Good morning to all. Today we are going to see that .NET architecture under enterprise application development. So .NET is a framework which is used for developing and running application on Windows. This .NET framework support different platforms like Linux, Mac OS, Windows, iOS, Android, and more operating system also supported. So there are two main components of .NET framework. One is common language runtime, another one is class library. So this is a .NET framework architecture diagram. So in the first one we are having different languages. Almost 70 plus languages are supported by .NET framework. For example, VB, C++, C Sharp, JScript and J Sharp. So we can able to write different languages, and with the help of these languages we can write coding for .NET framework. And second one is common language specification. This common language specification will provide description for data types that are supported by the above different languages. That is 70 plus languages. In that 70 plus languages, what are the data types available? The description will be provided by this common language specification. And third one, it contains web services and web forms used for creating web-based application. It also provides Windows form which is used for creating Windows application. After that, it is providing ADO.NET. With the help of ADO.NET, we can able to include database into our application. Base class library. This base class library is providing different predefined classes and methods. We can directly use these classes and methods into our application. And the main part of this .NET framework is CLR, Common Language Runtime. The CLR provide the running environment for the .NET framework. So now we'll see in detail about CLR. So if you are seeing this diagram, so we can able to see that already we told that it support up to 70 plus language. For example, if you are writing code in C Sharp compiler will be available. The C Sharp code will be compiled by the C Sharp compiler and converted into MSIL, Microsoft Intermediate Language. If you are writing code in VB.NET, then the VB.NET compiler will be available and that will convert it into VB.NET. Using that VB.NET compiler, VB.NET code will be converted to Microsoft Intermediate Language. This MSIL will be given to the CLR, that is Common Language Runtime, which is a runtime environment of the .NET framework, which will have the JIT compiler, just-in-time compiler, and that will be compiled the MSIL and convert to native code. So we are using the native compiler for the particular language. After that, we are using the CLR to convert to native code. This MSIL is called as managed code. So native Microsoft Intermediate Language, which will convert it to the native code. Class library. So base class library contains predefined methods and classes. These methods and classes can be directly used into our applications. So these applications will of 5 types: Windows application, console application, web application, XML web services and Windows services. So the developers only need to import this base class library in their language code, and directly they can use the predefined methods and properties to implement the common and very complex functions like reading and writing files, graphic generation, database interaction, XML document manipulation. For these purpose, we can able to include the predefined methods and classes which are available in the class library. Only thing is we need to import the base class library into our application. CTS, Common Type System. So this common type system describes different data types that are available in a different .NET languages. For example, what are all the data types available in VB.NET and what are all the data types available in C#, that all will be present in this common type system. So this ensures objects written in different .NET languages can interact with each other. So for communicating programs written in any .NET compliant language, so we need a type compatibility so that all data type definitions will be available in this CTS. So commonly it is having two general categories. One is value type and another one is reference type. This value type directly contains a value, that is immediately we can retrieve the data directly in the variable. We are assigning a value, that is called as value type. It is also called as instance of a value type. This will be allocated on a stack, allocated inline in a structure. It can be a user defined data type, or it can be a enumeration or built-in data type. Next one is reference type. So this reference type similar to pointer. So in pointer what we will be doing? So pointer we are storing the address of the data. So if you want to retrieve the data, first we have to refer the address. So it is called as reference type. So reference type can be determined from values of self-describing types. So it is called as boxed value types and delegates. Common language specification. So this common language specification is a subset of CTS and it specifies set of rules that needs to be satisfied by all language compilers which are run by CLR. So CLS is a subset of CTS which defines set of rules need to be satisfied by all language compiler that are run under CLR. So in .NET Framework, so far we have seen that CLR, CTS, CLS. CLR is a common language runtime which provides a runtime environment for running the MSIL, Microsoft Intermediate Language, and CTS, Common Type System, which provide description for all the data types which are used by different languages. And another one is CLS, Common Language Specification, which is a subset of CTS. This defines the rules that are needed by the languages run under CLR. Thank you.